Alright, this little lesson is going to be quick, fast, and in a hurry. What we need is a black canvas, and I've just painted just a standard, one of those ones you can buy at, like, say, craft stores, or, it's pretty cheap, but anyway, it's good for practice. I brought my stencil, and it has seen some wear and tear. Make sure when you're done painting, you clean them off, because otherwise you're going to have to soak them like I'm going to have to do to this. But it's going to work fine for what we're doing right now. Now, pick out a design that you really like. Like I picked out one online that's, I don't know how to describe it. I like it, whatever. So, first thing we're going to do is take a pencil that's lighter, and throw in shapes for your eyes. Let's just do it this way so we can watch this happen. And then we're going to do a smaller size for the inside. And you want that to touch right there, where it's going to we'll come back with some black and connect that. We'll freehand in our smile like so. Just do it kind of light so you can change it. We're going to put a tooth here and a tooth here. Do one a little longer, and I think that's fine for me. Bring down that bottom line. I think maybe we'll put a little tooth in over here. Now, I want to give it a little bit of dimension here, so don't want to lose that later. So let's just do that. Now, again, I've got 3 sizes of brushes like we did on my last lesson, because I like to have just a few options, not too many. And I have mixed up some orange, mid-orange, light orange, and I'm going to use my white. I got a little crazy putting my paint in my palette and sprayed it all over. But it works for me. Be alright. Now, what we're going to do is fill in the lighter areas on your pumpkin and try to paint right over those lines. You don't want those lines showing through. If you don't get them with the white, you can always get them with the black when you go back and do it with that, because we will go back and kind of clean up the edges a little bit when we're done. Make sure it's exactly what we want. And I'm going to go down one size in my brushes because I'm already getting... Well, let's drop down to the other one there. Okay. going to leave a lot of these little hiccups and stuff, like these lines, those lines, little stuff that needs to be cleaned up for the very last. So then if I have smears, if I have stuff that doesn't go right, I can just go back with my black and clean it up for the last thing, because I prefer to give myself that cushion in case I mess stuff up. So now let's do orange, and this is going to be our shadow, so we don't want to do the whole thing, but you can see we're going to have to do a second coat of that one. My paints are really thin today, I don't know, must have used some cheaper ones. Do it like this. Got one here. And got one here. Follow the side, like all the same sides. What this does is it keeps your light source correct. You want everything to be coming from the same direction. If you do, say, the outside of this and the outside of that, outside of this, outside of that, it's, ooh, got a mistake. Anyway, it's gonna look a little made up. It's going to look less like your pumpkin that we're aiming for and more like something very off. So let's do these, and that one's already in the wrong place, so let's do one over here and we'll just fix that later. Let's see, we're going to do top edge here. There. Top edge across here. Try not to let it puddle up when you're painting. It'll take a lot longer to dry. And you don't want to have to struggle through drying paint for too much of the class. Anyway, same thing. Keep all of your shadows the same direction. So you want that carved look. You're going to want to keep it all going in the same direction. Actually, the picture I picked had the shadow parts were going in just about every direction, and it just looked, it was nice, but it looked real strange. And I'm overpainting a lot of this, like the black is overpainted, so we can come back and clean that up. So let's get our larger brush, and we're going to go for that medium color. I'm going to paint that in. Alright, take your lightest orange or yellowish that you mixed up and go ahead and paint that in as your highlight. But don't run it all the way out to the edge. Just try to blend it into that medium orange that you painted on. And I'm going to paint this on each of our shapes. So I'm just going to speed it up right here. Okay, while I'm mixing up some paint there, I want you to look at what we have going on. And there's a lot of little mistakes and hiccups and things that aren't perfect, but you can go back over those at the end with that black and straighten them all back up. So don't get frustrated if your work looks a little chewy right now. That's the whole point of acrylics. You can aim for perfect the whole time you're working, or you can just go back and straighten them up and fix the mistakes. Okay, and what I did was mix a little more white and yellow in my highlight color because I want it a little brighter and just a little bit stronger right there in the center to look like there's a candle inside. You can just keep working at that and getting your color just how you want it, and against that black and orange it's going to work out really nicely. So we're going to start our touch-ups. go ahead and use your highlight colors and your dark to correct things you don't like, and then finally tell yourself it's done.